Welcome to today's podcast. We're going to talk. It's a very special one of quite a few series. We'll see how many we're going to do here, but we're going to talk about players that are in the All American game, and today we're going to do quite a little bit about guys in the 2022 class. So we're going to do All Americans 2022. And this will be a limited series, but what we want to do is begin to feature those athletes. And as you can see, if you follow me on TikTok or on, well, most you follow me on TikTok or Twitter, but maybe Instagram as well. Um, you'll see how much we're doing in depth at Coach Schuman or at NUC Sports on in depth, and on Twitter it's at Coach Schuman. The in depth amount we're doing on players and covering players. Nobody out there is going, and we don't just cover the guys who are the 5 stars. We're covering athletes that are on the rise, players that athletes don't know anything about yet. I mean, that people don't know about yet, and we're trying to continue to bring that to it. If you haven't had an opportunity, make sure you go to nucsports.com or myfootballcamps.com to be able to get an opportunity to nominate yourself for All American games or any of our events or programs. We do have. I want to make sure we announce before I go into a little bit about each one of the players today. We have our trials for our 7-on-7 club, Boardwalk Beasts, both in New Jersey and Florida on December 12th, and then on December 19th, we have our NUC Sports national team tryout in Texas. So we have that going on. Then obviously the All American game coming up December 27th through the 30th down in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. Maybe I should put that backdrop in there. You could see the gorgeousness of that area, but it is a great opportunity. And what we're going to do is we're gonna go and share screen, and you'll get to see some of the players who are going to be playing and competing in the All American game. So I'm going to start with some of the latest. Is I got to go back when I pull this up. I have to pull it up from the database. So I'll start with the guys that are most recently registered. I know it's not fair. I know, but what we're going to do is we're going to go from there, and just show each guy one by one. We're not going to show everybody. We're going to show a bunch of guys, and we're talking about some different things on the podcast that I think are real important. But each one of these episodes, we're going to go and recognize some of these All Americans and people that have done a great job that'll be playing in the NUC All American game. So let's start it off. First guy we have today, I'll talk about is a running back. He's a large running back, but he's a fullback, and fullbacks are a little bit of a dying breed. But this guy, for coaches that are looking for fullbacks, 2022 at 5'11", 220 pounds, Cole Billings is a fullback that can really do a lot of great things. So what we're going to do is just show a little bit about Cole, and we're going to go right from their huddles on this and just show what these guys can do. And I'm hoping everybody can hear me just to make sure here. Let me just make sure my audio is good. Yeah, it looks like it is good. Good. Okay. All right. So let's go right away to Camp Postcards. All right. All right, so let's share our screen here. So we'll make sure we have it pulled up right. So you can see it. Here we go. So we got Cole's highlights. Let's pull up Cole. Cole's from New Smyrna, just for the 2022 class. We're covering a few guys today. Cole Billings, right out of Delaware, New Smyrna, fullback. Okay. Probably could also play a little bit of H-back at 5'11", 220 pounds, but He's been obviously a beast of a running back this past year for New Smyrna. I mean, physical runner, but he's a guy that is more of a fullback, H-back type at the next level, but already 220 pounds in the class of 2022. He'll be there at this NUC All-American game. Explosive back, physical, and he's going to be doing a lot of blocking as well. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a guy. We'll show you one more clip here on him. This is Cole Billings out of New Smyrna Beach. I think it is Delaware. Let me just make sure I'm right, because sometimes I'm sorry, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I think it is. My bad. Yeah, New Smyrna Beach is Florida, not Delaware. Yeah, Florida. Sorry, Florida. New Smyrna Beach, Florida, and so he comes all the way from Florida, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I mean, physical runner, just really pound you. And I think we actually ran our All-American game one year. We had it at the stadium back in the day. We were still in Florida. But that's Cole Billings from New Smyrna Beach, Florida. It is our first prospect that we're showing on there. That's the class of 2022. Just to give you an idea of some of the guys that'll be there. Next guy for the class of 2022, cue him up here real quick. All right. Let's see if we can pull up some more class of 2022 guys. There we go. All right, next on our list. Let's see here. Let's go through the 2022s. All right. All right, next guy's a wide receiver out of Cookeville, Tennessee. Austin Davenport, 6'1", 190 pounds. I'm trying to get his huddle here real quick. There we go. All right. All right, this is a guy that's moved around the field a lot this past year, and I'll pull it up in a second for you. Running jet screens, jet sweeps, catching passes, block and running down a kick, cover. This guy's a guy that could do a lot of different things, and we'll show him right now. All right, share the screen. All right, here we go. So there we go. We should have him pulled up here. Austin Davenport out of Cookeville, Tennessee. Big receiver at 190 pounds. You'll see his first clip of him going up and getting the ball. The end zone, there he is. You can see the size of him as a receiver. Here's another touchdown right there. Because out of Cookeville, Tennessee, 6'1", 190 pounds. Good explosion and speed at his size. Runs routes real well. Physical runner with the ball after the ball too as well. We'll get a couple more clips on here. I love this on the. He could also run the ball on the jet sweep. I mean, he's got the speed to get around the edge there too. I think we'll get one more pass here, just quick hitch. But his yards after catch. I mean, look at the difference maker he is. Excuse me, I'm recovering here. So that's my man Austin. Okay. Austin out of Cookeville, Tennessee, Austin Davenport. We'll go right into our next prospect, 2022. Pull them up here real quick. Sorry, it takes a couple seconds for me to pull up these clips. Unlike some other places, I do it all myself. I think I already did a little bit on this guy right here, Kaden Bryant, running back, defensive back, 5'11", 200 pounds, from Jonesboro High School in Statesboro, Georgia, where there's a ton of players have come out of, obviously, Georgia. You'll have a ton of players from the state of Georgia in this game. Obviously, with it being in Savannah, Georgia, you're going to have a lot of those players. We'll pull up Caden here in a second. All right. Let me get this going here. All right, so we get him playing a little bit of linebacker. Get some clips in there for him. Is Kaden Bryant out of Jonesboro High School. Senior, plays all over the field. I mean, you could say he's an athlete as he plays literally all over the field. Let's share our screen here. Get a look at him. Oh, yeah. I should probably wind that, but I mean, he's physical, comes off the ball, plays DN, plays linebacker. Plays all over the field. Bear with me. I'm recovering from a little bronchitis here. There's a second play with him just coming right through the line from that linebacker position. Physical, scrapes down the line. I mean, he's going to be a force. He goes and plays all over the field, play a little running back. I mean, he could do it all. He's got explosion speed. He's a powerful guy, man. I mean, look at the way he runs. Kaden Bryant from Jonesboro, out of Statesboro, Georgia. Explosive back, explosive linebacker. I mean, he's a guy that's going to be a difference maker. He's in the 2022 All-American games. Those first three guys, look at it. I mean, man, is he explosive. Explosive. So that's our third guy we're featuring today. We'll go stop the screen real quick. So that is Kaden Bryant out of Jonesboro, okay, high school, Statesboro, Georgia. One of the many players that are from the state of Georgia that are participating in this game. And like I said, this game over the years have had many different types of players. It originated with Marcus Mariota and Johnny Manziel, who also, even though they had a ton of Division I offers, you know, they were like 3-star guys. They weren't, you didn't know that they were going to be Heisman Trophy winners. And years later, a few years later, they were Heisman Trophy winners. That's what this game, the NUC All-American game, has been able to do consistently year after year, provide that exposure for those players. And not just provide that exposure, but find other players that have gone on to do incredible things. The quarterbacks that have come through. I mean, Trevor Lawrence played in 8th grade. He was a quarterback in 8th grade when he played here. So there's been 3 first-round draft picks, 1 number 1 overall from the game, plenty of first-rounders, and most of them were guys, you know, that weren't in like the quote-unquote 5-star games. And I think that's one of the great things about this NUC All-American game, provides that exposure and that opportunity to those guys. All right, we're going to go right to it. I know you guys love this. This is my next guy. I did a little bit on him already. Malachi Hill from Ringgold, Georgia, which I think is east of Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. All right. And if you follow me on TikTok, I'm at Coach Schuman, or you can follow, I'm covering at NUC Sports and the All Americans. This guy is a wide receiver, free safety. I know he's coming as a little bit more of a DB, but we'll showcase him. Malachi Hill from out of Ringgold, Georgia, out of Ringgold High School in Ringgold, Georgia. Let's cue him up. All right, so we're gonna go right through here, and if you're okay, let's cue him up. And hopefully I had the other guy shown, because if I didn't, I screwed that up. All right, so now we got Malachi. He is lined up here as a. There he is, lined up as a defensive back. There's a pick. Okay, Malachi does a fantastic job of getting to the ball. From what I've seen, when we noticed early on before we invited him, he's physical, he's long. At 180 pounds, 6 feet, 6'1", he's a guy that's going to be a difference maker. And let's just make sure my mic's. I always check this just to make sure my mic's going good. I mean, he gets downhill on the ball. He's physical. He's fast. He's a guy that's going to make a lot of plays. I mean, he bats down the ball there. Here is another clip. Good. I mean, the way that he gets to the ball and his physicality and his speed, he's going to be a heck of a player in this All American game. So that's our fourth player today. Oh, what's going on with There's some weird things going on with my streaming here. Okay, am I back to normal here? All right. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can get a little better. My stream is a little weird right now. Okay, I think we're back to normal. That was strange. On the stream here, and I'm gonna get a little bit closer in here. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's player 4. So Malachi Hill out of Ringgold, Georgia, and we'll put these up online for you. We'll talk about each one of these guys. All right. Next for 2022, and this will be the fifth guy we'll do. The last guy we'll do for 2022. There we go. All right, this guy comes all the way from Camden County. This is a running back, 5'11", 210-pound running back, Kaden Alberti. Kaden Alberti. Let me see. Did he put his clips in here? All right, pull him up in a second here. All right, let's get him going. Running back, middle linebacker. I don't know why I'm having a hard time getting his clips. Let me see, Kaden. There he is. All right, good. There we go. Rocked up. I mean, wait till you see the build on this guy. Well, you may not be able to see it, but he is rocked up, physical back. Camden County's known for that. I mean, back in the day when Barry Every were covering a lot of our events, he's now with what's it called? It used to be Exos. Now it's Catapult. I guess they bought them or whatever. So, Camden County was known for having these kind of rocked up backs. And this guy really, really pops off the screen and is explosive. And they run that triple option. Still run that triple option. I mean, man, he's a physical back. 5'11", 220. Look at the size of him. I mean, I love it. The spread option. There it is, veer. His physicality. Look at the physicality. I mean, look at the other backs, how physical those guys are. Here he is again. Dive back, just physical, just running, getting downhill. I mean, he's going to be forced to handle. And Camden County doesn't always get the love that it should get just because of where it's located. But, I mean, look at the physicality of how he runs that. I mean, if you're looking for a dive back, this is a guy, and he's got the size of a tailback. Man, is he physical, punishing runner. We'll go one more clip here. Kaden Alberti. They've always done well at our events. Camden County athletes. They usually a lot of times come to Florida across the board. Look at the physicality. That Kaden Alberti, out of Camden County. Man, I mean, I'm excited about him. He's a guy you got to be excited about with that physicality at running back. So there are 5 guys that we covered today on the podcast. It's important for you to make sure you go, if you go to at Coach Schuman on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, or at NUC Football and NUC Sports. Woo! At NUC Sports on TikTok or Instagram. You'll be able to follow a lot of these athletes. We're covering out more. You know, if you can get out and compete, that's an important part of getting your name, continuing to get your name out there. And so this is part 1 of our series. We did 2022 athletes today. We'll do some 5 more, maybe later today or tomorrow, and keep covering these guys. Coach Schuman signing off.